Hi everyone, back again with another reaction video, and this one is for Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. I was about to say Hunger Games 3, but I don't even know what's 3. Is it both Mockingjay? Anyway, so we're doing Part 1 of Mockingjay. So, I'm curious to see how this one goes, because, like, the other ones I had a lot to say in my videos. Like, the first one was like an hour long. I'm through the process of editing Catching Fire, but I could see in the edit that there's a lot of stuff I say. But with this one, I'm not sure. Like, because it's a lot of just build up, this one. But who knows, maybe I'll notice some more things and appreciate some things in this one as well. These last two are definitely my least favorite out of the Hunger Games. Or last one, whatever you want to call it. Just some Mockingjay ones. They don't quite have that same hit as those first two. But I did like the ending of the last one. I know that. I liked how it kind of wrapped up nicely. But anyway, I'm going to see what I think of this one. In this viewing and doing the recording, I may, as I said, find more things to appreciate. We'll see. And that's another thing why I like doing these videos, is like, you know, there is kind of like a more of an incentive for me to think, you know, to come up with things to say and to kind of appreciate things that maybe I wouldn't notice if I wasn't recording, right? So this does actually benefit me quite a bit, just like watching it and, you know, paying a bit more attention. So I really do like the fact that I do these videos as well in that sense. But anyway, let's get into it and see what this one brings me this time, because this is probably like my third or fourth viewing of it. So yeah, let's see and get into it. Just meant to start off quiet. There's like nothing. It's actually kind of a good start if that is the case. It does give off a tone straight off the bat. The power of silence, huh?
Start simple. Start with...
Ah, cool.
My name is Candace Everdeen. My home is District 12.
Alright. This is a cool start. Wow.
Everdeen,
It's a very striking opening, isn't it?
you need to sleep. We can help you sleep.
Huh.
Just 5 more minutes.
And then, like, they come back 5 more minutes later. It's like, we've done this game before, girl. Get out of here.
No, get off of me!
Man, that's brutal, though. Get your ass to bed. Oh, that's the thing he gave her. The hell is it? A pearl? Yeah, a pearl that he gave her in Catching Fire. I don't think I noticed that till now. That's kind of cool. Use of handheld again, but it's not overbearing like the first one, but it definitely, I think, fits with how the character's feeling. She kind of feels a bit disoriented.
Finnick.
Hey, there he is.
They took her. She's,
What's he doing, like tying knots or something?
we were too.
Damn. He's in a low point, that's for sure. Understandable way of saying that, though. That music is quite striking, and then they show the title at that point. Although it's just reusing the second soundtrack, movie soundtrack. Although a lot of series and movies do this, but they don't really, from what I remember, they don't really add anything new to the soundtrack in this one. There's no new score, particularly. But maybe I'm wrong. I guess we'll find out.
Miss Everdeen, Colonel Boggs.
This guy's a cool actor. He was in damn Luke Cage, wasn't he?
But President Coins requested to meet with you first.
Is there any...
There's a few different lighting changes in this movie already. Like, there's a green color tone now. Before, there was like a kind of blue. It's kind of cool, actually. It gives the environments a different feel. That's deep.
War never stopped for us.
Wow. Oh, interesting, yeah, because like the to the other, you know, to the rest of the districts and the capital, there is like no kind of war going on right now, even though there's a big struggle with most of the districts, especially the lower.
President, may I present you with the Mockingjay.
What an honor it is to meet you.
Didn't they do something with her eyes in this? Like, her eyes do look strange in this movie. That actress, Julianne Moore, I think her name is, yeah.
You fired your arrow at the force field. You electrified the nation.
Huh.
There have been riots and uprisings and strikes in 7 districts.
Wow. Just like that.
Monsters against the Capitol. But if we don't, if we let it dissipate, we could be waiting another 75 years for this opportunity.
Why 75?
Shoot a series of propaganda clips. Propos, I like to call them, on the Mockingjay. Spreads the word. Now we're gonna stoke.
She's like, I didn't sign up for this. I
Started.
didn't sign up for any of this.
You left him there.
Ooh, she's still hanging on to that.
And we need a voice.
Then you should have saved Peter.
Thing is, though, if Peter was saved, you'd be saying the same thing. You should have saved Katniss.
She's the face of the revolution. Let her see it. Let her go home.
Send her.
This is a good idea. Because it makes the propaganda stuff more natural as the movie goes on as well. When she's standing in front of that green screen, she can't do it. She's not an actor. She's never really been much of an actor. Peter's been the one to really put on a smile. She's barely been able to. And that's fair enough. She actually has to authentically do it. She'll do that method acting. Interesting choice that they chose to shoot him as he's like walking off and the ship's getting ready. It's kind of a cool shot though. Doing his badass walk. Wow. It's basically just a pile of rubble. I'm guessing there's nothing much left of her house. Because I feel like... Oh, actually, in this one they have the Hanging Tree song. Alright, there is that. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, this is when she sees a bunch of dead people, right? A bunch of skulls. Oh. Oh, yeah, look at that. Wow. Jeez. Yeah. Oh, look at her face there. It's a good performance right there. It's like anger and sadness all in one. Oh, wow. Her house, I think, is still intact. That's definitely intentional then. Probably from snow. Wow, that's interesting. That her house is still alright. And Peter's, I think, too. The colour palette in this movie kind of reminds me of the Half-Blood Prince in Harry Potter. Like, it's a very kind of dull, you know, and almost colourless look in parts. But I kind of get why. Because even though the first two were quite bleak, the first two Hunger Games, this is a whole new level.
Hey.
She takes the cat, right?
There you go.
Get in the bag. Yeah, I think he leaves a flower or something here. So it shows that he was here. Kind of childish, man. That he would do that. Yeah, there it is. That's right, I was here, bitch. Like, legit. That's some damn petty shit he did. Just to kind of rub it in her face, if she's still alive. It's a good transition to him now as well. And particularly, like, if someone didn't connect the dots, they show the flowers in the shot. Wee. You nicked him.
Nigeria.
Execute this woman for cutting me.
Never let them see you bleed. Citizens.
They got that dolly track in, getting that film quality there.
An unprecedented era of peace. It is a
From your point of view.
and a respect for law and order.
For slavery, you mean? For slavery?
Forbidden. Possessing them will be considered treason.
You gotta change your hair up, girl. I think that gave her the motivation she needed, seeing the destruction they caused. I think they also did that as well to give the audience a sense of what it was like as well. So we're not just taking it by words.
We're okay. We're all here now. Buttercup!
Ah, now we are all here, yes. Cat's here now too.
Hello. Good evening. And a big...
Look who it is.
She was part of a rebel plan.
What, do you think it was part of her plan to be almost killed by Joanna? Or part of the plan to be paralyzed by lightning? No, we were not part of any rebel...
I mean, this is true.
Was going to ask you to speak about the unrest, but I think you might be too upset.
No, I can...
Are you sure?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Now, this is the stuff where it's a bit more distorted.
Think about what a civil war could mean. We almost went extinct once before. And now
she's like, oh shit.
is this really what we want to do? Kill ourselves off. Killing is not the answer. Everyone needs to lay down their weapons immediately, or else that's it.
Oh, you're gonna start throwing fruit and shit at the TV.
For a ceasefire?
Yeah. Man.
You're a puppet. Yeah, there's definitely like some kind of gun over his head or some kind of thing when he's saying that. They kind of jumped on him real quick, didn't they? They didn't kind of go, oh, maybe he's forced to say this. It's a freaking capital we're talking about here, guys. Come on.
Why do you think he said that?
It was forced.
Maybe it was forced.
Ah. Although I know Peter is like a peaceful guy more. He doesn't want violence. As a character, he's a very kind man. He's, that's one thing why Katniss wants him alive all the time, is he's just a very, nice soul. So, there is that too. But I really do think that as a character, he would not be like, oh no. And also another thing as well, the way they did that too was really clever. How they they created that thing that Peter said, or propaganda, you could almost say. Like the stuff he said at the beginning until he talked about the ceasefire, that was all very believable. That's very from the last movie, it makes sense what he said there. And even him and Katniss, they did not know what was going on, right? So that was very clever how they made that the start, which was very believable, and then talked about the ceasefire. So that was very clever and manipulative how they did that approach. So, hey, in regards to manipulation, top job on their part.
Maybe he made some kind of deal to protect you.
Yeah, could have been something like that. Yeah.
Always.
Oh, that's quite striking. She's like, damn, I don't even have him now. I'm surprised Gale doesn't stay with her. I guess it's not the same kind of relationship in that way. She comes and comforts her though, right?
If you want something, you just have to ask. You could demand almost anything. You'd have to agree to it.
That is a fair point. She's got a lot of power there.
I've decided I'll be your Mockingjay, but I have some conditions.
Huh.
If and when Peeta is liberated, he will receive a full and unconditional pardon. No punishment will be inflicted. And the same goes for the other tributes.
No.
Of 13, you will hold yourself and your government responsible, or you will find another Mockingjay.
That's it. That's her. Right there.
He was waiting for that.
Do you have any other conditions?
The cat.
My sister gets to keep her cat.
Sprinkle a little bit of humor in there. That's good.
War? Fine. Stay here and rot. I'll find someone else to be the Mockingjay's escort.
Who?
Hmm.
There isn't a soul in this dungeon who knows the first thing about Katniss. You honestly believe one of these cave dwellers is going to...
That's how he got her. He knew this wording would get her in. Bit of reverse psychology. This guy, yeah, he's a game maker. He knows how to, do his magic. Oh, man.
First, we'll assess all
there is quite a bit of stuff they're going to do in this one, like build-up wise. So the next one has the impact it has. Although that's the problem. Like, I feel like I don't have an issue with this one being slow and building up. As long as the next one has the payoff, and that's where I kind of have the issue, is I don't feel like the next one really has that oomph that I thought it would have. You know? So that's kind of the problem, is like, if that one doesn't work, this one doesn't work, in a sense.
Miss Everdeen fails to fulfill her duties, the deal will be off. Thank you for your attention. Please resume your daily schedule.
Man, that puts her in the spotlight. Now they realize, oh shit, that's why we're doing this. They could get mad at her for that, for adding that little extra thing. She put the shades on just to add a bit more character, a bit more fashion to her look.
You believe there was more to be said?
May I speak freely?
You don't appear to do anything else.
Revolutions. They're a tender flame. They need to be nurtured with a little kindling.
Look at her looking at her.
Effie?
Oh. She just fainted.
Now I'm condemned to this life of jumpsuits. Senna. He's dead, isn't he?
Yes, he's done. Poor bugger.
He made Plutarch promise not to show you this until you decided to be the Mockingjay on your own.
Wow, interesting. So he knew about this.
He knew the risks.
Of course he did. He was quite a guy that was against the whole Hunger Games stuff for sure. Oh, so he actually wanted to give this to her. That's cool.
There's not much of a prep team here in 13, but we will make you the best dressed rebel in history.
She don't see it though, yeah. It's green screen kind of idea.
On one knee, and as you rise up.
She does a great job, like, this is an interesting thing for an actor, is like you're trying to act bad. I always find that kind of interesting for an actor, like literally have to act, like if they actually are a good actor, they gotta act bad. I find that a weird thing to try and imagine to do.
People of Panem, we fight, we dare, we...
Does she know the line?
I know,
Go.
People of Panem, we fight, we dare to end this hunger for justice!
You've just been in battle!
People of Panem, we fight, we dare to end this hunger for justice!
Just like, it's not quite there. Oh man, that's funny. He's like, that's excellent, dear.
Friends is how a revolution dies. This is how you greet an old friend.
Maybe I don't recognize you sober.
Oh, I guess it looks as bad as it feels.
We fight! We dare! We end this hunger for justice!
You gotta really add those special effects in. She's like, God damn, oh, is that bad? Shit. It's instinct. It's like it's almost like she's not trying. See, like in those moments where she's trying to do the propaganda stuff, she's trying too hard. They're like, she's put on the spot and it doesn't click for her, you know? Like, it is kind of one of those things, being an actor. I know part of it is like sure, maybe if she really trained to be an actor, okay, fine, but that would take probably, you know, a long time probably for her to really get good at acting, and they're expecting it just...
You'll never be able to guarantee my safety. I want to go.
And if you're killed?
Make sure you film
get it on camera.
Yeah. Incendiary rounds.
Explosive arrows. All color-coded. For him, when he's ready. Might just cheer him up. Let's not fire the red ones in here.
Blow a fucking hole in the wall.
Kind of shape to launch a counterattack. Yeah, we could have bombed the Capitol, but they would have retaliated with at least twice the firepower. Then what?
Yeah, then you're stuck at square one again.
Doesn't your comrade look handsome?
Let's go.
No comment, that's hilarious.
quick introductions. Katniss. These people have come a long way to support the cause.
I'll say, what's her name? She pulls off that hairstyle quite well. It's a very kind of, what do you call, risky hairstyle with the, I think her name's Natalie Dormer, with like the shaved side, like, whew. It's a risky style and she pulls it off, I think.
Your cameraman over there, Castor?
Hello.
And Pollux.
He's the dude from Daredevil, right? This is when they get the good stuff out of her. She just needed the right real natural setting to make it work.
I can't help them. Just let them see your face. Huh?
Yeah, that's what you're going to give them, is hope. Hope's quite powerful. That's what's literally started this whole thing, is just hope. They'll realize she's there now.
What about the baby?
I think that's true. It's interesting, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, even though the soundtrack is used in the others, it works. Oh, she said no cameras, and look.
But we confirmed. It's her.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Straight ahead and down the stairs.
Katniss! Katniss!
Yeah, she's like, screw this.
Away from the wall!
Ooh. That was a close call. Ooh. That was a cool shot there too. It's crazy to think all these gun dudes and then she's the one that takes it down. Yo, she's like some special forces. How's she know which arrow she gets out? Guess gets a standard arrow out, doesn't do crap. Ooh. Bloody hell. Any later and they would have, oh, it crashed. Whoops. Dang, they didn't get any cameramen on that, I don't think. They should have put a body cam on it so they can get a point of view.
Get them out! Katniss?
Here we go. This is when you get something authentic, something real.
Will ever treat us fairly. You are lying to yourselves. Because we know who they are and what they do. This is what they do. Fire is catching. And if we burn, you burn with us.
Come up with me for the beginning.
And if we burn, you burn with us.
How'd they get that shot? That was like a cinematic shot.
But I stand here with the Mockingjay to announce that our moment has arrived.
Yeah, she does the Peter thing. Hey, it worked a lot better though, right? Than the propaganda clips, the ones from before. That was all scripted. This wasn't no scripted stuff. I think this is when something quite striking happens. I think this bit here is when they fight a bunch of dudes in the bush here.
All worship will be extended by an extra 2 hours.
Bloody jokers. Making them work even longer. Ah, there's a symbol there too. They're like, fuck your 2 hours. Extra 2 hours. Oh no. What is their plan here? I can't remember. Bungee down and grab the gun and brrr, hang it upside down. That's right, they have bombs underneath. Yeah.
I got good news.
What?
Coin agreed to let us hunt above ground.
That's a pretty cool win. Get to have some time for themselves. That's the main thing that they do together, really. It's just hunt. I'm guessing that's how they kind of maybe even met, perhaps. Actually, use an explosive round. So it doesn't even run, that's right. Damn, you could go up and pat that damn thing, I wouldn't even mind. Ah, bugger hunting for now. We'll just sit by the river.
She was arguably our favorite tribute. And I think...
Everyone's left the room, they don't want to hear it.
What would you say to her? To Katniss Everdeen, the one sweet Katniss Everdeen, what would you say to her?
I would tell her to think for herself.
Look how skinny he is, too.
Please urge them to stop this war before it's too late. And ask yourself, can you trust the people you're working with?
Yeah, it is interesting later on they have their own agendas, too.
One has a choice. How can he sit there in the Capitol and defend the people who destroyed his home and murdered his family?
He doesn't know. How could he?
Ah, fair point. She said that too. They probably don't know. Because that's the interesting thing is the government really does control what they see. It's very censored what information is put into the public.
Bang for a shot.
Yeah, there's some damn small cameras. Almost like smartphones.
Headed to the fence line, but a lot of people were scared of the forest. So they headed up onto the road.
That's where a bunch of them were killed, right?
Stay with Gale.
It's kind of cool how Gale kind of takes the center stage here for a while.
Fence. And we watched as
Yeah, and this is the things Katniss saw earlier. Huh, grabbing a few more things.
I knew you'd do that.
How? I didn't.
Because I'm in pain. That's the only way that I can get your attention.
Wow. This is when she sings that song. Becomes a massive, like, motivator for people as well.
Yeah, that's a Mockingjay.
There's a lot of them.
Well, now they'll never shut up.
Yeah, because one does it, and then the other one mocks that one, then the other one mocks that one, another one mocks that one. It's cool they bring back singing in this one too, because in the first one she sung.
Man called out for his love to flee. Strange things did happen here, no strange.
I like how they edit this into the scene with the rebels fighting too. It's kind of a, I guess you could say, striking and inspiring scene in a way, I guess. Yeah, this is when they really cause some havoc with this bit here. Like, damn. That's like a big bomb or something in that crate, I think. That's not gonna be enough guys, dudes. Those guys would be shitting themselves. Even though they don't show blood, it's a pretty brutal scene still. Phew. It makes me wonder if these movies were MA, what it would have been like, especially like these last few. I actually just wonder in general, not even just these ones, but like even the earlier versions, just to really show the brutalness of it. I wonder how that would have been. I imagine they probably wouldn't have done it though, because this is a bit of a teenage crowd. This series, you know, the books. Look, it's kind of like Harry Potter, right? So I can understand why they wouldn't have done that, but it would have been a curious experiment, that's for sure. I imagine maybe someone could do a re-edit of it and add some CG blood. All right. Ooh. Dang. I'm surprised the Resistance people don't take the guns and use them. Because I noticed when they knocked them over or whatever, I didn't see them take their guns and start using them. Hui. Lights out. Huh. He's like, whoops. He's like, I'll be damned.
Kenneth, you wanted in command.
Her sister seems to be really coping well with all this. It seems.
In District 5. What has they done to you? I'm begging.
Barely any of him left.
Restraint. And decency.
Interrupt your regularly scheduled horse manure to bring you.
Goodness.
He sees it. He sees our problem.
Goodness, are you there?
Oh.
They're coming, Katniss. They're gonna kill everyone. And in District 13, you'll be dead by morning!
Ooh.
This is a code red alert. Please remain calm.
They're basically doing, I think, the same thing as what happened last time. Going way underground.
Level 40. Blast doors will be sealed in 6 minutes.
I remember in the last couple of viewings I watched this, I found this bit to be a bit of a drag. Because they're just like hiding in the ground for a good minute. But maybe it'll be better this time. Keep going, folks. Oh yeah, orderly fashion, alright. Stuff like with charging.
Come on. Come on, hon.
Oh, look at that. Someone actually helped her. Jeez. That was just some random person too.
She must still be on the stairs.
There's no one on the stairs. She went back for the cat.
Oh.
This is a
goddamn cat.
30 seconds.
This reminded me of like Aliens. Oh wait, I think the first one actually.
Blast doors will close in 10 seconds.
Oh my god. Get moving, damn it.
3.
Oh wow, Gale was behind too.
1.
Ooh.
You went back for the cat? What were you thinking? I wasn't gonna leave him behind. I couldn't live with myself.
Now the cat would probably be alright. He survived the other air raid. But yeah, they're just hauling bombs everywhere, hoping they'll get someone. That'd be terrifying as hell, though, right? Ooh. Keep them amused for a minute. I wonder if this scene happened in the book, or they just added this for the movie. I wonder what she's thinking in this moment, or what that scene's supposed to mean, the way her expression is there. Unless she explains it in a second, I can't remember.
Annie to punish you. He's taunting us with them. I didn't understand until just now, watching that stupid cat.
That's right, yeah, there we go.
But it's better not to give in to it. It takes 10 times longer to put yourself back together than it does to fall apart.
We had 8 extra minutes of civilian evacuation because of Peeta's warning. I won't forget that. Thank you.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Could have been worse.
Teen is alive and well, and so am I. Katniss.
She ain't following no goddamn script. There's Snow's signature.
Do this.
Let her go.
Yeah, I mean, I can get it where she's coming from, but like we're talking about a whole goddamn district here, and she's going about Peeta. But I can kind of get it though. But
I don't suppose they gave you any kind of medication.
This guy.
A window is open to us. How much longer? I don't know. I guess until the Capitol can get the power back on.
I'm guessing this is where President Snow said moves and counter moves. I think he's talking about a counter move as in fooling them into thinking, oh, come right in, but it's a trap. You know what I mean? That's kind of interesting because I think that's what he meant when he said that.
Moves and counter moves.
Kester, to the left. Pollux, you're with me.
So they got that 3-point lighting set up going.
Keep talking and don't stop.
It's basically a signal interference, right?
Range of frequencies available to them, and I'm filling them all up with Finnick.
Not many will see it, but whoever does will think it's another propo.
What they don't know is this broadcast is jamming their entire system with noise. Early defense warning, internal
It's like spam.
You can survive the arena. The moment you leave, you're a slave.
Even before that, though, you're a slave.
If a victor is considered desirable, the president gives them as a reward or allows people to buy them. If you refuse, and you kill someone you love.
Damn.
A much more valuable form of payment.
Secrets. I gotta say, like, as him talking to the camera right now, he seems much more like how he used to be. Like, he's gotten that kind of confidence that cockiness and kind of confidence that he has. Because before this, he's like very just trotted on. So it's quite interesting. Just poof, he was able to get in character like that. I would say he's a much better actor than Katniss for sure.
One to keep it. How? You may ask. Did he do it?
Secrets.
One word. Poison.
Oh, okay. Poison. It's a pretty cool shot. That wide shot there. I don't know what was the choice of the red lighting, because red lights are not very powerful. Maybe it's so they're more discreet or something. I mean, it kind of looks cool, I guess, but I don't know what the practical reasoning of it is.
Is why he wears roses that reek of perfume. Help cover the scent of blood from sores in his mouth that will never heal.
That's interesting, because I remember, like, in Catching Fire, he drank something and there was, like, blood in his drink for a split moment. So that makes a lot of sense what he just said there. Ooh. Uh-oh.
Booting. It's coming back online.
Must be diverting power from another source.
Can you hear me? President Snow, it's...
What an honor.
Oh, here we go.
I don't imagine you're calling.
He just had to get his hair right and, you know, the makeup good, the beard, you know. It's like, shit, hang on just a minute, hang on.
It's the things we love most that destroy us.
That's quite a striking quote too.
Your friends are in the tribute center.
Ooh.
Cut them off.
Pops, come in.
All planned. Moves and counter moves, as he said. No. Oh man. Whew. Good performance on her part there.
Get back.
Huh. Look at that. Oh wow, look at her.
I don't get it. Every gun was back online and on us, and we flew right past them. They let us go.
This was his plan. And this is what it meant. There's things that we love most that destroy us. He literally meant that. Ooh. Don't do it.
Peter.
He's like, you. Ho.
Get! Peter! Get off! Get off of her!
Oh man, look how many dudes it takes too. Like he's like got her, and he's like skinny as hell. He's like out for blood. Oh man, nice. Yeah, don't try to grab him in that moment. Just knock his ass out. Yeah, legit, he was like a wild animal there. Just rah.
Don't try to talk. Peter's okay, I promise. I just had to get him off.
Yeah, legit. He was off his hinges.
We don't know how long the Capitol's been doing this to Peter.
It's fear conditioning, enhanced with tracker jacker venom.
Oh.
You were stung your first games, remember?
That's brutal.
I am pleased to announce that the victors have been liberated.
What's left of him anyway.
Let this day mark an historic change.
I like the way they edit this with what happened. This is a really cool how they put this together, I thought.
One people, one army, one voice. Because today is our new beginning.
This is where she sees him. Oh. There he is. That's a cool shot too, the way she's in the reflection there. No, it's a solid, actually, I think the ending is actually pretty damn good. Oh man, so Philip Seymour Hoffman, yeah. He wasn't in the next one. Yeah, he was great in the film too. He's like quite a memorable character too, because he's quite a badass in the movies. He's quite strategic, and it's lucky he's on our side. Or in the, you could call the rebel side or the District 13 side. Luckily he's not with the Capitol. But yeah, that was a solid ending. I feel like I like this one more, even though, as I said, it's a big build-up film for the next one. I think on its own there is still some good qualities in this film. It is more slow. It's more like just dialogue driven. It's not got that big Hunger Games scene, but there is still something good about it. I don't know. It still works in some way. Anyway, I'm gonna do my list and we'll see where it goes from there. Okay, so I'm back, and this is a decent sized list. It's actually the best rated I've given this film now. It seems like every single Hunger Games movie since this reaction video, I've slightly given it higher scores than what it had prior. So that's really cool that it shows that when I do these videos, I'm paying a bit more attention to the filmmaking, to the movie itself, to commentate, but then also to, just to get the best experience I'm noticing out of the film. In regards to just noticing and appreciating more things that I probably would have noticed if I wasn't doing a video. But I've just noticed that in general now, I'm starting to appreciate more things about film. Like even I recently just rewatched Old Boy, and it's got a lot more things than what I rated last time. It's up there, and it's my number 5th favorite movie right now. So there you go. But anyway, let's keep going. So let's get into this. So first and foremost, I like the color palette in this film. Even though it's a lot of just in that bunker, and even though there is scenes outside of the bunker, which I appreciate too, it gives it some variety, but a lot of the rooms have a different color scheme, different look, so it gives that variety in the film, so it doesn't just look all just sterile and the same look. It has some variety, and I feel like sometimes it fits the tone. It actually it does fit the tone in parts. It's more dull than the last two. I think the other two had a bit more color. This one has a bit less, just for the bleak feel, I guess, being District 12, probably because of District 12 being destroyed. That feel of that, they added that into the tone. But then also just the war factor as well. This is like a all-out kind of war that's going on now almost. So they made it a little bleak looking, which I think was a good choice. But it still wasn't too bleak to a point where it was just completely desaturated. There was enough vibrancy in the film to still make it look decent. And I mean, there is some low saturated films that look good as well, but yeah, I think this movie still worked in regards to just how it looked visually. But yeah, solid color palette. That's pretty much what I wanted to say about that. I thought, it was good enough for me to, I thought, give it a point. It was noticeable enough, and I appreciated it to some degree. All right, next thing, number 2 is the acting. I think the acting was solid all around once again. I think Jennifer Lawrence was particularly good in some parts in this film. Hamish is the actor that plays Hamish. He was great still. I like Seymour Hoffman, he was probably one of the best actors in it, honestly. He's great in everything, though, let's be real. It's very unfortunate. I thought he was in the next one, but I think, yeah, he's not, which is really unfortunate. Unless there is a couple of scenes. I can't remember, actually. So I'm curious to see part 2 and see if he was actually in it at all. I remember, like, later on in the film, he just, like, sent her a letter. Yeah, I'm guessing because he was gone at that point. But, yeah, I can't remember, actually, if he's in it at all in the next one. But I guess we'll find out when I watch it again. Unless you will tell me in the comments if he's in it at all. But either or, he was great. And, yeah, really solid performances, I think, all around, still once again. So, number 3, this is something different. I know I mentioned when I was watching this movie, I wasn't a huge fan of the music for the most part because of, like, I felt like it was just repetitive they're just using the best parts of the previous 2 movies, particularly the second one, Catching Fire. But I watched it again, and I mean, yes, they do use a lot of the same soundtrack, but that Hanging Tree song, that scene, I feel like is enough for me to give it a point. Like, I feel like the music, like that song, is so great, and the way that's integrated into that scene, it wouldn't be the same without that. So I thought that was a really effective scene. So I think the music, I'm going to give a point for music. So that's number 3. And then just like the music they do use from the second one, they do use it in a way that it is effective. It still does work quite well. I think the first 2 still do have the best beats. Like, they really, especially the first one, there's some really great moments with the music, I think, particularly. But anyway, I think it's still point worthy for this one. I think part 2, though, I don't think there's much that I appreciated as much with the music. But anyway, I guess we'll find out. As I said, like with all these, I've given points that I'm surprised I've given, because, yeah, I think, a couple years ago I wouldn't have given the same thing. So I'm definitely noticing more things and appreciating more things when I watch these again and doing the reaction of it. But anyway, moving on to number 4, story. So I just like the overall story in this one, even though it is quite slow. It's a lot slower compared to the first 2. And it's not like that big payoff like in the first 2. You got the Hunger Games scene. This doesn't have that. So it's completely just going with the whole underground bunker stuff and then her going to some of the other districts. But I think there's enough there to still have some action and stuff. So I don't think it's bad. Like, I think the story is still quite good in this one. And there's a good amount of build-up, which leads me to the next thing. So number 5 is build-up. I like the build-up in this. Like, this movie is basically just one big build-up, really. Because it's just 2 parts, I guess, put into... It's one part, one book put into 2. But I think it still does work to a certain extent. I think if this was shortened down, I don't know how well it would have worked. I don't know, like, there was a lot of stuff they tried to get through here. So I think it was still a good choice. I don't know, I think it still did work. But yeah, so I still do like the overall build-up. And I wasn't bored watching this, I wasn't like checking the time or anything. I was in it pretty much the whole time, So yeah, great build-up, I thought. Or I thought it was a pretty damn solid build-up. So yeah, solid build-up. Now to number 6. So every other time I've watched this, it's been about a 5. But just going to go past that now to number 6, ending. I think that I like the ending, the way like that whole thing that President Snow said, it's the things that we love that destroy us, and he literally meant that, how Peter wanted to kill her. So I was like, whoa, that was quite a striking scene, just in and of itself. And then seeing like the last bit, how they're all celebrating and shit, but then Katniss is in her moment where she's like looking at Peter just losing it and, out of his usual character. But yeah, it's quite a striking ending, I feel. So yeah, I think that works quite well. It's got that hopeful feeling though, but it's got that undertone as well with that. So I think it's quite effective. I thought it was quite an effective ending. So yeah, that's number 6. And lastly, number 7, intrigued to see more. Even though I have seen it, I'm intrigued to see the next one now and see if I actually am going to rate it higher or if it will stay at. Both Mockingjay Part 1 and 2 before I did this, both just had a 5 out of 10. But now this one has a 7. So this is pretty damn solid for me. So I'm curious to see if the next one will be a bit higher rated for me or if it's going to be the same as it was. I guess we'll find out when I watch the next one. So yeah, that's it for this video. So thank you for watching. If you've watched this video all the way up to this point, consider hitting the subscribe button and liking the video. I'd very much appreciate that. And I think that's it for this video. Yeah, yeah, so yeah, I'm surprised once again that I like this one more than I have ever. So I think that's pretty cool. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you folks in the next one. Bye bye.